What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Standing on Sports. Today we got something interesting going on. We're doing our normal stuff, but Sean also crafted up a nice mock draft. It's probably gonna be bad, but that's what we're here for, to critique it and help Sean learn more about football every day.
What do you mean? I know more about college football than you do.
I do agree with that statement.
Okay, moving on. I don't necessarily disagree, but I feel like I always have to start off the intro with like some hate.
A little jab. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, a little jab, exactly. Yeah. This week was like, I don't know, it wasn't that entertaining. I feel like there were like more games that were the games that were like supposed to be entertaining weren't, and the games that weren't supposed to be entertaining were. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that Nebraska Ohio State game. I don't think we're going to talk about it that much because Ohio State won, but like that game was close. The Texas Vanderbilt game came down to the wire. So let's hop right into it. I guess the first game we can talk about is what were y'all thinking picking Syracuse?
Oh my God.
My first thing I have in my notes. Is I literally thought I picked Pitt.
All right. No need to backtrack. You're playing.
I thought I picked Pitt, but if I go back to the pod, I went back and listened. I was talking up Syracuse. I don't know what I must have been like on some kind of drugs or something. I don't know. Because I don't know.
Yeah, what you've been on?
College students, man.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dude, Kyle McCord, 3 pick sixes, 5 interceptions. That was bad. That was really bad. I mean, Pitt didn't even need to do anything. I mean, 21 of their points came.
See, the good thing is not a lot of people watch these because, like last episode, I was saying how Kyle McCord would have been great at USC or like North Carolina, and no, no.
Yeah, I think we got one view last episode, and it was average view time of 1 second. So that was probably me too. But overall, I didn't watch the game because what was the Thursday night game? Rams, Minnesota. Yeah, I was watching that. But I mean, hey, shout out Pitt, 7-0. What's their rank now? Oh, it's on my screen. Duh. Oh, they didn't. They moved. They went up 1.
I don't know. I feel like.
I feel like.
What do you feel like, Sean?
Jump Kansas State when
Kansas State almost lost to Kansas.
Okay, Boise State almost lost to UNLV.
UNLV's a good team. Kansas is like what, 1?
You're telling me
Kansas
like, oh wait, Kansas did play UNLV.
Sean.
All right. Anyway,
this man is clueless.
Yeah. All right, but to be undefeated
and UNLV is 6-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Pitt's could go up more, but I mean, the tough games in their schedule are like what's coming up now, like the November games. They've had an easy schedule pretty much year on out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this weekend I think we got a prediction. Honestly, I don't really have too much to say about game. What's a game that y'all want to highlight?
Oh, okay. I'm glad you asked. I've been waiting since the 3rd week of football for North Carolina to win a football game.
Oh my gosh, why?
And they won 41-10. They had 10 combined sacks. Animals, right? No turnovers. We had our lineman score an 84-yard pick 6. That was crazy. And while we're at it, I'm just gonna go ahead and announce the dog of the week.
Yeah, just removed him.
I'm just playing.
All right, now that I'm back after that. All right.
Sorry, I
didn't know we ran a dictatorship here.
I mean, if you run the pod,
That's true. All right, real quick, last one I'll say: Camion Rucker, dog of the week, 8 tackles, 3 sacks, 3.5 tackles for loss, and an interception. That's some stats right there.
Never heard of him, but shout out.
Oh, you'll see him in the NFL when he's sacking Bryce Young or whoever else.
Bryce Young's going to be in like the Canadian Football League, so he won't be sacking Bryce Young.
Obviously, neither of us watched this game, so wow, it took you long enough to get a UNC game.
Okay, well, yeah, well,
get an UNC game. I don't really have anything to say. I'm happy for you though, Sean. And the Gamecocks didn't lose, so
yeah, it was a good week all around.
And speaking of the Gamecocks, we didn't play, but let's go to LSU A&M because we play A&M this week. A&M, they looked horrible, and they put in Marcel Reed. That I don't know if he's like insane or if it's like LSU didn't know what to do because it was like a change in the middle of the game. But like I guess we'll see against us, South Carolina. But like he murdered LSU when he came in. I think it was like his first 4 drives were 4 touchdowns.
Didn't he only throw like 2 passes, or am I thinking of a different game?
No, when you look at the box score, it doesn't look like they scored 38 points. Like the box score, like
he had a lot of running. It's because Garrett Nussmeier threw so many picks, and they had really good field position.
Nussmeier had 3 interceptions. Like this A&M defense is really good, and they've been keeping him in games all season. And this offense has like been really up and down over the last couple of weeks. It's been here, and then this week they put Marcel Reed in. He had 2 passes for 70 yards, like 2 completions for 70 yards, and then he also had 62 rushing yards on 9 attempts.
With 3 touchdowns off those attempts.
With 3, yeah, exactly. With 3 touchdowns.
So I mean, like they couldn't stop that, and they had good field position like every drive of the second half. Because I mean, I think we talked about this before. I don't know how Garrett Nussmeier in like mock drafts is like a first-round pick. I mean, when you're playing behind the best offensive line in football, it's hard to like see how good you are. But he played South Carolina, didn't look good. Played against A&M, didn't look good. Now he plays Alabama this upcoming week. Probably not going to look good. Sean, what were you going to say?
You talked about him in the first round? Get ready for my mock draft.
Oh,
if he's in the first round, oh my gosh.
Oh no! If you put him in the Giants, I'm gonna kill you.
No, maybe. I don't know. You'll have to wait and see.
The number one pick.
My philosophy. My philosophy is I love. I was about to say something that was probably sus. I'll take build over stats, right?
Yes.
I mean, okay, that's somewhat valid.
And he has the build. I'm not saying he's a first round pick, but he does.
All right, he is more than he's a little. I don't know. He's big. Crybaby, he's like. But I feel like he's a big crybaby. Exactly.
So is Jackson Dart. So is like 90% of the people that play college football.
Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah, but Jackson Dart's not going to the NFL.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Anyway, we'll get to this. We'll get to this with Sean's mock. Right.
Anyways, y'all. I mean, okay, yeah.
Sean, you jinxed this game. You were like you were saying you were talking about in our group chat. Oh yeah, Texas A&M can't stop LSU's offense, and immediately after that, Texas or LSU like didn't score again.
Okay, well, I picked Texas A&M, so it's not a jinx.
I know, and I'm telling you, you jinxed this game, and you're a bad person because of it.
Was that one of the games that you picked A&M because we all picked LSU, or am I tripping?
No, I picked Texas A&M because I believe they would win.
Roll the tape. I don't believe that.
And then I picked Wisconsin because I just hate Penn State. But Wisconsin is garbage.
Okay.
Another game I want to talk about.
My game I want to talk about.
Oh.
Not too long. I want to talk about the Boise State UNLV game just quickly. This was a game where that like gives me a little more confidence in Boise State because they won a game where Ashton Jeanty didn't take over. Okay, why did he not take over? That's because UNLV literally had 2 extra linebackers assigned to stopping him on every single play, which opened up other options on offense. And again, it was a close game. Well, yes, he still had 126 rushing yards, but it was only at 3.9 yards per carry or something like that.
Yeah.
And just I don't know. I'm just saying this gives me confidence in them because they can win in different ways. That just gives me more confidence in them.
Okay, my issue coming into the season with them was the reason why I did not put them as the group of 5 representative. Maybe I should have. Is they picked up a 5-star in the transfer portal at quarterback and then didn't use him. So I was like, well, what are they doing? And I still think Boise State will win out, but their quarterback is not able to like get the load off of
He's not a game
Gianti.
changer. Is that what you're trying
No,
to do?
he's not gonna throw the ball down the field and open up the playbook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you're right though, Sean. I think they're gonna win out. I think the only because I was looking at the upcoming schedules too. I think that unless they like play a bad game, because they play San Diego State, they're winning that. They played Nevada, they're winning that. San Jose State winning that. Wyoming and Oregon State. Maybe Oregon State, but
Oregon
they've been
State
as
got
good this
blown
year.
out by California.
Yeah, like
So
okay,
I don't,
California's
never mind
actually
then.
pretty
So-
good this year though. California's put up some good fights against other teams. They've played a couple teams close, but yeah.
They're winning the Mountain West. The only thing they have to worry about is if Army goes undefeated in the American Conference. But they play Notre Dame, I think, this week or next.
What about? Well, we're also no, yeah, never mind. I was going to say something stupid, and I decided not to.
Cool. But yeah, so I think Boise State. I think they're in my eyes the front runner. I would love to see Army in there though. I think that'd be sick.
I don't think he would.
Please tell me the Army plays a real team like Navy did and gets exposed.
They play
Notre
Notre
Dame.
Dame like next week, I think.
Oh, okay, good. So they're going to get the same treatment that Navy just got. Perfect.
Yeah, that was dumb that I picked Navy, but we don't really have to talk much about that game. I mean Notre Dame what they did, but
I mean,
yeah,
no,
it was bad.
it's just Navy got exposed for I don't know. They exposed they're not good. They got exposed for being
This
not
is
good.
why I don't think that there should be a group of 5 representative. Unless you're in the top 12.
If a group of 5 team deserves it, yes. Like say like Boise State wins out and it looks like they might deserve it, and they have an extreme weapon, Ashton Johnty, sure. But if there's just some group of 5 team like Army, well, I guess last past week was Navy. They played Notre Dame, who's not even like fully considered a playoff team yet, and got stomped. Like it was just bad all around. Navy's like their offense couldn't do anything the entire game. Notre Dame was moving the ball at will. It's just there was nothing, and I don't know. I think it's Army's got the same treatment.
No,
it's crazy to me that like Notre Dame, because I mean, like you said, Navy's not a legit good team. It's crazy to me that Notre Dame went up 4 spots, jumped Clemson.
Yeah, jumping Clemson for a Navy win.
They jumped Iowa State. They jumped. I mean, I guess they beat A&M, so that makes sense. But like jumping Clemson, like I feel like
but they still lost to Northern Iowa, or was it Northern Illinois? Like
exactly.
Why is everyone just like acting like that never happened?
Well, people are acting like it never happened. Again,
I mean,
this is a
Notre
Navy
Dame.
win. This is a win over a team who had played not a single other team this whole season.
You know what I would love to see? A game I'd love to see is in the playoffs, Notre Dame versus Boise State.
Oh my
I
gosh!
feel like Boise State could win that game.
I think like I would pick Boise State. I would like in that game for sure. Like I don't know.
That'd be, dude. I can't wait to make predictions for the playoffs. That's gonna be awesome.
And we're predicting every single bowl game.
Every bowl game. Oh gosh, let's
every
go.
bowl game.
You can do that.
I don't know half
of
those teams, but
or like the bowls themselves. But Oregon, Illinois. Oregon, we already knew they're legit. Dylan Gabriel, he's up there for Heisman. I think Heisman right now is him, Cam Ward, Ashton Jeanty, and
Travis Hunter.
I think those are the definite 4 finalists for sure.
Yeah.
But who's winning it? I think Jeanty is the most deserving right now.
Especially because
Cam Ward's not going to play a single. What?
I think Hunter's in the lead after this past week from Ashton Jeanty, but I think he has a chance to gain it back.
Yeah, but that makes no sense because Travis Hunter had 2 weeks where he went 17 and 26 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his best game is only 100 something receiving yards, which like it's good, but like I mean, we've seen other wide receivers do crazy stuff. It's just like the fact of his talent. I feel like he's the best player. I feel like he's the best player, but I feel like Ashton Jeanty's stats like stand out more than his.
Yeah.
But then again, at the same time, I've just been normalized to Travis Hunter. I just expect it now, and it is pretty abnormal. So I think I want to talk about a few things at the top. Oregon, legit. Alabama came back. We're going to talk about that. But I want to get y'all's opinions on Texas Vanderbilt. Is Texas
Why is Vandy not ranked? Oh my gosh! I'm actually pissed about this.
I would love Vandy to be in there over Missouri.
Why is Missouri?
Oh yeah, the fact that the Missouri's still in there after getting 34-0
If
to
Vandy
Alabama is
played Army,
crazy.
they'd win. If Vandy played Missouri, they'd win. If Vandy played Illinois, they'd win.
Yeah,
If
but then Vandy
Washington
played
State,
Georgia
they'd win.
Southern and lost.
It doesn't. They've shown the ability that they've grown from that game. Like, yes, they did, and sure, we're talking about the NIU game for Notre Dame, but they've like in the past, like I would say, like 4 or 5 weeks, they've illustrated that they have grown since that loss, and they are a much better team. And they made it close against Texas. They had Texas like quaking in their boots about this game, and
Quaking.
Texas genuinely like was on their back foot from Vandy. I just wanted to say I remember I brought up last week one of the keys of the game was Diego Pavia. All season he's been great about not turning the ball over. He had 2 turnovers this game, and that's why they lost. Like
I mean, the thing too, like, is like we knew going into this game that like Texas. I mean, you just had your first loss this season, not necessarily a bad loss, but you kind of got blown out to Georgia. Like you would think they'd come into Vandy and stomp them, but Vandy was ready and they stood their ground. And like you said, if he doesn't have those turnovers, honestly, I think like you said, I think Vandy wins this game. I mean, with it being a 3-point game, 2 turnovers is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know, pretty insane. It's still it makes me I don't know. Vandy not being ranked just feels like a scam and feels like the committee just is anti Vandy like completely. And Missouri being in there, even though Brady Cook was out, I believe, even though they lost 34-0.
They're not good. They just play literally
there is no defense on Missouri.
Well, Brady Cook got in, like he played part of the game, got injured, but at the same time, like if he's not there, you're ranking based on whoever is there. Mm-hmm. So if he's not there, that's even more reason to not have them there, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because it's like they're not good.
Yeah,
like
I think
scoring 0.
I think that Vandy should have gone up after this performance, personally. Like, genuinely. I thought Vandy should have gone up in the rankings after this performance.
I agree. That's one thing that I feel like college football doesn't do. Like, you never ever see anybody go up after a loss. Mm-hmm. But, like, there's some losses that are good losses in a way.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Do y'all think Alabama is, like, you think they're – I think I need to see another game out of them to, like, see if they're, like, back. Because, I mean, I don't know. Missouri, like, didn't even look like a team.
I mean,
they got much of this game.
Alabama has
but also Milroe. Yeah, they do. Also, Milroe didn't have like. I mean, he didn't have a pass. He had 16-26, only 215 yards. He had 50 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. But I feel like he didn't have like one of his crazy good games, like we were used to seeing, like when he was like in the Heisman vote. Yeah, I mean, who does Alabama play? I know they play LSU. We're gonna talk about that.
That's not next week though. That's 2 weeks from now, I think.
Yeah, they have a bye.
You're right. Oh, they have a bye. Okay. Okay, they should be able to win. If they beat LSU, they'll win out because they play Mercer, Oklahoma, Auburn.
Oh, wow. That's a three.
Yeah.
So they just if they do that, they'll win out and they'll most likely make it.
I don't know. That LSU game is not really important for both
teams.
Yeah. Whoever wins that game, that's an elimination game in a way. Mm-hmm. Like whoever wins that game's in, whoever loses is out for
most
sure.
Likely, yeah. So
there's a guy. I just clicked on the Missouri game. There's a guy. His name is J.R. Blood.
That's awesome.
That's a tough name.
Number 17.
My one other game I wanted to talk about. Can we one more? Nebraska, Ohio State. I fully was thinking this game was going to be a blowout when Ohio State threw like 2 60-yard touchdowns before Nebraska even scored anything. And I don't know, just Nebraska recovered phenomenally from those. Like if a lot of times when you see a team give up stuff like that, they're just like completely mentally defeated. And shout out to Nebraska for actually recovering it and making it a game and making Ohio State a little bit scared. And got to shout out Carolina Panthers legend Matt Rule here.
Let's go.
And Matt Rule for I don't know. I think he coached the Nebraska team really well this game, and they were completely outgunned and made something of it. So,
hey, I appreciate the Panther shout outs. We don't get them that often, so not in good ways at least.
That wasn't a good way.
Fair. Wait, yeah. Anyways, one thing is I feel like all the teams at the top, I don't know, there's a lot of teams that seem kind of phony. Like right now, Texas, Ohio State having I think Ohio State, they could get straightened up right here against Penn State this week. But I will say Oregon and Georgia, I feel like them at 1 and 2, I feel like I could see that being the national championship.
Yeah.
Georgia had that loss to Alabama, but
Ever since then, they've been a different team. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I think
we've said it on the pod before. Ever since that second half of the Georgia game, Bama and Georgia have just completely flipped switches on like the team that they are. And I don't know. Blame Kirby Smart's curses. He did something to Bama and something to Georgia, and
yeah.
I don't know. Get me some of the PEDs that man is on. Like, that's what we need.
That national champ. If it's Oregon Georgia national championship, that'd be awesome. That'd be insane.
That'd be really. I don't know. I think right now anyone. Well, no, I think Miami's a fraud too. Like when they play a real team, they're gonna get destroyed.
I think the ACC championship might be one of the better conference championships for once. I feel like normally I never watch it, but like Clemson Miami is going to be a really good game. Maybe Pitt's in there.
Maybe Pitt, and isn't there one more team?
SMU's undefeated.
SMU's undefeated. Yeah.
They almost lost to Duke though. I don't think
that was a crazy end to that game.
Yeah.
They blocked the field goal, and then they won it in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think.
SMU's not. SMU is. I don't know. They're not great.
I'm excited for a few weeks from now when Pitt plays Clemson. It's at Pitt. If whoever wins that game is going to the ACC championship to play Miami. And Clemson, the last home loss they had was to us. But the time before that, before their 44 game streak or whatever, their last loss was to Pitt. In case y'all were wondering. Anyways, all right, I think that's stuff we gotta talk. Rankings, we kind of already discussed it. I don't know. Honestly, this is the 1 week I'm kind of most uneasy about the rankings, but it is what it is. I think it'll figure itself out. Colorado being in there, shout out. But that's all I gotta say. Y'all got anything else before we go into next week's games?
Oh well. What about Sean's picks? Are we doing that at the end, or are we doing that preview? Let's do that.
I think we're gonna do that. I think we'll do it at the end.
Yeah.
And I don't think we're at 22 minutes. Oh yeah, okay, we're doing good.
Yeah. Let's get this preview going.
First game. I'm gonna skip over the Friday game. I don't think we need to talk too much about that. But we'll start with the noon. Ohio State, Penn State, possibly.
Are you trying to share your screen with that, David? We're not seeing it.
Oh, do you want me to share my screen with this?
Yeah, why not?
All right, cool. I can do that. All right, let me just pull it up right here. Anyways, Ohio State, Penn State.
All right, I got an issue. Why are we playing this game at noon? Why is this not 7 o'clock at night?
I completely agree.
Wide out.
I'm not complaining because I can watch it while I'm tailgating. But yeah, it makes no sense.
I completely agree, but that's the one thing. It's the one thing with the Big Ten. Also, it's annoying is the big noon game is the big game, but it's bro, no one wants to watch a big game at noon.
Yeah,
big noon kickoff. But so Sean. I mean, you brought it up. What are your thoughts with this game? What are your predictions?
I don't know. I think it's gonna be a really close game. I don't think there will be a lot of scoring. If you asked me before last week, I would have said definite Ohio State, but Ohio State didn't look great. Penn State continues to win games. Not that anyone likes the way they play, but they win games. Can't argue that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but who they played? That's the question you have to ask.
It's the Big Ten. There's not really a lot of who have you played type.
Correct.
Question.
That's why I'm saying Ohio State has played Oregon and has gone toe to toe with Oregon. Do we think Penn State would go toe to toe to Oregon?
I don't know.
I think their defense could.
Nebraska went toe to toe with Ohio State.
That's fair. That's very fair.
But if given that we're obviously predicting this game, I'll go Ohio State.
Rob?
Give me that. I think that there's the offensive talent on Ohio State outweighs what Penn State has. Penn State again, Penn State is good on defense, but their offense is just mediocre. And I think Will Howard's going to have a bounce back game. I believe. I don't know. I give me Ohio State, and I give me Ohio State to cover as well.
Wow. I'm definitely going Ohio State. Like you said with last week, I was a little closer on it, but now I've also seen that Drew Aller, the Penn State quarterback's a game time decision. So if
Not
he doesn't
even
play,
that, dude. Penn State has always been, for the past 5 years, have been a quarterback away from being probably the number one team. And they, year in, year out, they do not
They
get a
can't
good
get it. They
quarterback. They get some sorry behind white boy that can't throw the football.
I don't think he's that bad though. I think he's definitely the best. I mean, I do
You
agree
put
that
him in
they
the
can set
SEC, and
backward.
he's probably below Arkansas's quarterback.
That's
Is he below Lenore Sellers though?
Probably.
Okay.
He's a game manager. He just doesn't bring any of
He
the it
is
factor
JJ
that you need to win a
McCarthy.
natty.
What bad?
Well, that being said, he's still the best thing they got. So I mean, the fact that
Well, yeah,
he's the
'cause he
best
ain't
thing,
got
he's
a
still game
lot.
time decision. Okay. I was just making a point, Sean. Okay.
All right, well, make a point somewhere else.
All right, Sean.
What?
You know, Sean, I can remove you from the screen whenever I want. I have too much power. I need to start using it. Yeah. So I mean, I'm picking Ohio State as well. So it's all three of us. I'm sure the fans will as well. Who knows? They somehow always get the right answer. Are we predicting Duke Miami? It's like their best game. Or did y'all have other games in mind?
Put it. How many do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8, but like I couldn't give you like a definite 6. You know.
This Duke Miami game, like the problem with this game, we're all gonna pick Miami, so we can come back to it. But let's just talking about it quick. Duke is what they're 6-2, which is good and it's better than they've been in the past.
Okay, they should have been 7-1. I don't like Duke, but like.
Okay, yes, they should be 7-1. Either way, though, Miami, they don't play defense. Doesn't matter if Duke plays defense. Miami's going to score. And can Duke keep up with Miami scoring? No, Miami's going to win. I think we all agree on that.
Yeah, but the spread. I just saw the spread. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the spread's insane. Like it just, I don't know.
The fact that spread is that, and then like the Army Air Force is only that. Like I feel like this one should be like 40.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's a good point you bring up, Sean. Like both of y'all with like the offense keeping up and everything. Because yeah, I mean Miami's offense with Cam Ward, whether you think they're overrated or not, Cam Ward, I don't think he is overrated. I think he's legit. I think he's the truth. I think he's going to be a Carolina Panther.
You guys gonna try another 3 first-round picks for him?
Luckily, we don't this time because we already have the first pick. All right. Anyways, you think what, Sean?
The Ole Miss Arkansas game. I think that one's gonna be a very close game.
Is that so?
Arkansas.
I will say, I feel like
actually like legit.
Who did they have an upset win this year or not really?
Yeah, they beat Tennessee.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know anything about this game. I mean, Ole Miss came really close to Oklahoma, closer than I thought it should be, just considering we blew out Oklahoma. I could see this like, I don't know if I'd pick Arkansas to win, but I might pick the under in the spread though. I could see it being a close game.
I was gonna say Arkansas has been like a sneaky team when it comes to almost beating SEC teams this season.
Yeah,
like for the most part, like they get again they beat Tennessee. They did get destroyed by LSU. But what was I remember seeing a game earlier in the season? Oh, maybe not. Yeah, they almost beat Texas A&M, who's looking like really good now.
They've had a tough schedule.
Yeah, no, they've had like one of the toughest schedules.
I mean, those 3 games in a row, you expect to lose all 3 of those games, but
that Oklahoma State game looks bad now.
Yeah, it does. Oklahoma State looks terrible.
They're terrible.
Anyways, are we picking this game?
Well, we need to fill out 6. I don't know. We'll pass.
We'll table back. We'll come back. All right. Cool. Oregon, Michigan. I'll talk about that. Florida, Georgia. I'll talk about that.
The bread and butter.
A&M and South Carolina.
Ah.
Ooh, here we go. Here we go. Hey, all I'm gonna say is Cox by 90. We're winning.
Our
The spread's pretty
defense,
close.
our defense is one of the best defenses in the country.
Yeah, and their
100%.
offense is not great.
And we've now seen what they can do with Marcel Reed. Like, that's now not just like some wild card they can whip out. And which is really good for the Cox. However, our offense is just so stagnant. And Lenore Sellers just seems not confident. And that's going to be a problem against this Texas A&M defense, which has been good pretty much all year.
Their defense is really good. Now, it's not as good as ours, but
I agree
really
with that. It is not as good as ours. Our defense is, I don't know if I'd say top 1 in the country, but it's probably a top 5 defense in the country. Our defensive front is top 1 in the country. And
we should be 6-1.
Yes, we should be. That is correct.
Anyways,
with all that being said, are you guys? Oh, I mean, do you guys have any more comments you want to talk about? I mean, Lenore Sellers just needs to not make those like 2 stupid mistakes that are like completely mental mistakes that are so preventable. Like that again, it's that fumble against Bama. And he did get hurt against LSU, so we can't really put that one on him as much.
I mean, getting injured against LSU, that's on him.
Yeah,
he needs to get up. He needs not be. I'm playing, but dude, I mean, I'm just an impatient Gamecock fan with him because I feel like in the SEC, you got to come in, you got to be good. And I get he's a freshman, but
it's a redshirt.
I mean, how long are we gonna have? How long are we gonna have this good of a defense? You know, I mean, a lot of these guys are graduating. Kyle Kennard's graduating. Nico, not Nico. Nico Mariani.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think we're gonna continue to get good guys in. I think the transfer portal is gonna be good to us. Hopefully, I'm hoping.
It should
but
be.
But it's like we can't have all like that's the thing in college versus the NFL. The NFL, like, I'm a Panther fan and I'm upset, but I know like in at least 10 years we'll be good. That's how it always works. But in college, like if you miss your opportunity, you miss your opportunity. Especially if you're not a big team.
So go get a quarterback, please.
So exactly. So I've gotten impatient. I hope we don't have anybody better than him. So I hope he needs a big game. He needs a game. I just saw something up here. I think it was up here. No, right here. Beamer said they'll remember you in November. That's right. These games, these are the big ones. And he wins in November. He beat Tennessee in November. He beat Clemson in November. Can he beat A&M in November now? I don't know. I say they do though. Night game. Is this the first night game of the season?
No, Family Weekend was a night game.
Wow.
Wofford.
Akron.
Sorry, not Wofford. Akron, yeah.
That's crazy.
Akron. Yeah, we got Wofford later. But yeah, I'm picking the Cox. Sean, what do you gotta say?
Matt, who are you picking?
Oh, I'm gonna about to get a lot of hate for this, but I am gonna go Texas A&M. I'm spreading my happidness here because like I need to come back in the records, and if we lose, that's okay. But if I get this pick wrong, I will be ecstatic, and I don't care if I have to do a milk mile. So
no, at this right now,
I hope we win. Then I get to see Matt do the milk mile and the Gamecocks.
Like I will if South Carolina wins this game, I will happily like take my losses. I'll pick all the bad games for us. No, I won't actually do that, but like I will gladly take my milk mile if we win this game because I want to see South Carolina finally finish a game against a top team.
Let's go. Yeah, they need to finish a game. I mean, like you said, we've had the opportunities to do it and we haven't done it. Third time's the charm, though. So do you legitimately think A&M's gonna win?
I think I'm pretty close on it because I think our defense is that good, but I do think that A&M's defense is that good, and they're gonna be able to shut down. And A&M's offense is just a little bit better than ours, and I think that we don't know how to win games, which is unfortunate because like that knowing how to win games is a skill, and knowing how to close games is a skill that is taught by coaching, and that's like a discipline from a team. And I don't think we have it, unfortunately. And so for that reason, I am picking A&M, and I think A&M's probably going to – I'll give them like a 70-ish%, 65 to 70% chance to win.
Okay. You have good points, but I disagree. Primarily
But do you actually think South Carolina's winning, or you're picking South Carolina because South Carolina? Or is it both?
See,
I think that they have a good chance. I think they have. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I feel better about this game than I did about LSU at the time, and then Alabama, or maybe not LSU, but I definitely feel better about this game than the Bama game, and they surprised me. So, and I just have hope. Our defense, I do think, is like that. Like Lenore.
How many times does Lenore Sellers have to break your heart? And you have to complain in our group chat about him for you to stop picking South Carolina.
Yeah, you've wanted this guy like traded away, and that's not even possible.
Hey, I mean, okay. I don't think it's not that I have hope in him. It's like I need to have hope in him. You know what I mean? Like it's like if I don't, I'm like this is all I got. I don't have. The Panthers suck. My fantasy team is kind of mid right now. Like this is all I got right now. You know?
Yeah.
So,
and Sean, who are you picking?
I need him.
God, I was talking about this at work. South Carolina this year is a team where you can't definitively go into a game and say we're going to win, but you can't definitively go into a game and say we're going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
We're in every game.
Outside of Ole Miss, but
Okay, well that one I don't even. Yeah, that was such a weird game. I don't know.
So bad.
So glad I didn't pay $100 for that. So bad. Anyway, this one's hard.
You had all this extra time and you still don't have your decision?
Well, because
yeah, really.
I know who I want to pick, but it's just
do it, Sean. Go with your gut.
All right. This one's hard.
Do.
You didn't like a review from the screen?
I'm gonna go Texas A&M.
He's a follower.
I'm not a follower.
He's following me.
He's a fraud. Wow, I can't believe you. Hey, I will say last time that y'all both picked the opposite team from South Carolina, South Carolina won.
Yeah, Sean's gonna. Hey, I'm hoping we can have that jinx again. Genuinely, I hope we have that jinx. And
you know what? Hey, I'm gonna predict it now. I think South Carolina's gonna win, and I think it's gonna be by double digits.
All right, that's just not gonna happen. There's this total is 44 points.
Hey, come back to this point. 37 minutes and 40 seconds.
No one's watching this.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah, no one's 37 minutes in. That's not happening.
Okay. Well, with that being said,
all right.
We do have Sean's picks, so I think we should go through the rest of these games a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Louisville versus Clemson.
Louisville versus Clemson. Louisville has been so close all year to beating a good team.
They've been so close, but
it's kind of like South Carolina.
No, I mean Louisville is the South Carolina of the ACC.
Okay, wait. All right. Are we predicting this game?
I think we should.
Okay. Well, since we're doing this quick, Clemson's winning. Louisville's top wide receiver has opted out the rest of the season. He's not injured.
Oh, really?
He just said, "I'm done."
That's wild. Man, that's like a Juice Wells type move.
He just transferred in from Western Kentucky.
Oh, you already know he's transferring somewhere else.
Oh, yeah. And it's just like, that's the issue. This could be a whole rant, but that's just the issue with the transfer portal.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so I think Louisville, again, has been so close to so many – like SMU was a touchdown. Notre Dame was a touchdown. Miami was a touchdown. They've been so close in all these games where it's been all one-possession games, and, like, something's got to give eventually. However, I don't think it's here. I think it's going to be later in the season against Pitt or Kentucky. They'll win one of those games, I believe. But with that being said, I'm also with Sean. I'm going Clemson. I think Cade.
God, we look terrible. We picked against South Carolina.
For Clemson.
Yeah, I don't know if I can pick Clemson. I will say though, if y'all get both those right, y'all are going up against the fans for sure.
Yeah,
that is true. They're gonna pick. Maybe we need to pick Clemson the rest of the year.
Wait, can we pick Clemson against the rest of the year? That's a good idea.
I might go Louisville here.
Oh my god!
I mean, I'm number one in college.
Yep.
About to be
Yeah,
after
but
this,
we agreed on a combined score.
yeah, that's true. And my NFL is pretty bad. I really don't want to pick Clemson.
I mean, I don't either, but you can't argue with the fact that they look like a top 10 team.
Yeah, but the Louisville quarterback's looking pretty good.
Yeah, but the rest of the team is.
Oh, and their running back
52
Isaac Brown. Isaac feed
Yeah,
Isaac
but
Brown the
he's
ball.
fumbled in like every game this year.
That's fine.
You know, but
fumble. He runs a
he's not-
4-2.
He's not
Oh
going
my
to fumble
God.
against Clemson, though. You know
Yes,
what?
he
You know what?
is.
I'm going Louisville.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
I'm going Louisville. I got to be different from y'all, and I can't pick Clemson. I can't. If y'all pick Clemson against the South Carolina game, I'm going to freak out.
No, I won't.
No,
do
I'm
that.
picking South Carolina for that
Yeah.
game. Don't worry. Unless it's
good.
that close to standings, and no, I'm kidding. You know, I want to be the guy that jinxes it. I want to be the one that jinxes South Carolina into a win. Okay, so I'm gonna.
You'd get so much hate. You'd get so much hate if you picked Clemson and they lost. Oh my gosh. All right. Are we doing? No, we're not doing Kentucky, Tennessee.
Pitt and
Pitt,
SMU.
Pitt,
SMU.
I mean, Pitt last week had a dominant game. Their defense looked fantastic. Which I mean, we've I don't know if I'd say we've known that all along, but SMU, they had what is it? Their one loss was to BYU, who is top 10 team, right? I believe they're 8 right now. But, yeah. So they had the BYU loss, but other than that, they've like I don't know. But the close game with Duke is scary.
Yeah, well, I meant their quarterback threw 3 interceptions.
And guess
But they
who
still won.
guess whose defense is really good at getting interceptions against quarterbacks? Pitt's defense.
And guess who has the better offense?
Are you going to tell me Pitt has a better offense too?
Yeah.
Does this mean we're all picking the same on this game as well?
Yeah, I'm picking Pitt for sure.
I'm also picking Pitt.
It's hard not to pick Pitt after what they did to Syracuse, you know? Like,
Yep. No, I completely agree. I mean, it just I don't know. I feel it feels like a good matchup for Pitt as well, where it's like what they're strongest at, like forcing those turnovers is what SMU has shown some possible weaknesses at.
Well, I will say it looks like it's gonna rain there, and SMU plays a running style offense.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm picking Pitt. Also, I'm gonna retract my Clemson pick. I just realized it's at Clemson too, and I put that together. They don't lose often there.
Sean,
yes, I'm
I
going
don't think you should let
Clemson.
him change his pick. Sean, don't let him
Oh
change
yeah,
it.
I already made the graphic. My bad.
Hey, I'm picking Clemson, okay? And I'm picking Pitt as well.
Okay. Well then,
Pittsburgh Panthers, let's ride.
Are we all picking Pitt?
Yeah.
I didn't pick them last week.
I'm picking SMU.
Dang.
Thank you, Sean.
But
Easy
then I'll be
dub.
a game down because Pitt's gonna win.
Well, okay. So we got that, and then that's 4 picks so far.
1, 2, 3.
Table my Pitt vote until after.
No.
4.
What? I made the graphic.
I know. Bro, there's like no good games this week.
There's not.
Texas Tech, Iowa State.
Wait, should we just go to FPS and let's just pick a random game?
Yeah, because we're getting pretty long right now.
Yeah.
We need 2. We need 2 more.
New Mexico State versus Florida International.
Don't do a game that's now. I can't make the graphic in this thing.
Oh, is that today? Oh, it's literally today.
Virginia Tech Syracuse could be interesting.
Ooh, Vandy. That's actually, I'm down to do that one. Virginia Tech Syracuse.
I like that. Virginia Tech's been on their bounce back ever since their Vandy game.
Yeah.
Ever since their Vandy game, VT's been
Kyle McCord.
Kyle McCord looked
horrible. He looked
That was
horrible.
Bad. That was bad.
He looked what all those Ohio State fans last year saw in him.
Yeah.
It's at Syracuse. Virginia Tech has a pretty good 3-1.
I think that at Syracuse does give a pretty big advantage to Syracuse because that's up north. It's going to be cold.
No, they're playing
Virginia
a
Tech's expected
dome.
to win this game.
But yeah, Tech is expected to win, which is kind of interesting. Their defense looked fantastic against Georgia Tech, who hasn't really done anything. And then, yeah, as we've said, Syracuse is coming off that really bad loss.
Yeah. Who y'all picking? Sean, who you picking? Who you picking?
I'm going Virginia Tech.
BT. Okay. Matt,
David, what you
what
got?
you doing? I asked you first.
Oh, I know you
think
want to pick Syracuse, so just pick them.
I do want to pick Syracuse.
We
But
need
you
some
don't want me to pick
diversity.
Syracuse? That's fine because I'm gonna pick Virginia Tech.
Yeah. Oh, that's bad for me. I don't like that, but I think I'm gonna
Well,
go with
I'm
Syracuse here.
I'm picking SMU in the other game.
Yeah, Virginia Tech's been looking really good though, and it scares me.
Well,
Yeah,
that's okay. I mean, you're already so far down. I mean, you're definitely no coming back at this point.
yeah.
So.
Get ready to learn.
I mean, the only way you come back is with hot takes. Let's be honest. So
Yeah,
Is with the
all right.
fans winning. No, what are we talking? It's with the fans winning.
Yeah,
we
true.
did agree.
Wait, no, I don't. No.
Yeah, you guys
Dude,
did agree to that. You guys agreed to that. That was part of the deal.
God,
Sean, I'm rooting for you, Sean. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, okay. Give me Syracuse. We'll be different. I think I honestly think VT is gonna win.
Oh, North Carolina, Florida State. Let's go. Battle of
should we do Arizona, UCF?
Oh, I'm down. Actually, these two teams I love and I hate them.
Oh, give me Arizona all day on that. Their offense.
I'm taking.
They have that explosive offense. I don't care what the spread is. I'm taking Arizona on that game. Okay, let's get some picks going. We got to roast Sean's mock draft at some point.
All right,
here.
I'll take
Sean,
I'll take UCF.
Shoot, man. Now y'all leave me like this. All right, you know what? I'll pick Arizona. I got hope. Didn't UCF start the year like 3-0?
They started pretty good.
Yeah,
it's
five straight losses. 5-game losing streak.
Oh my! Never mind. I'm picking
No.
Oh
Sean.
my god! No.
Sean, they're favored by a touchdown. Pick them.
Matt, they've probably been favored in a couple of those games.
Wait, hey Sean, you need to share your screen with the
Yeah. All right, I'll pick Arizona or I'll pick UCF, whatever. All right,
let's flame this mock draft here. No, number one. No, there's no way.
Hey,
wait, it's on the screen.
Wait for the graphic to get up before.
I know. I might have pulled it up on my computer because I was tired of waiting for Sean.
All right, is it? Can you see it?
I gotta add it to the stage. Here we go. It's kind of hard to see. If you could zoom in a little bit, maybe.
Oh, I like how this doesn't zoom in.
Ain't no way.
Hit the plus.
Ain't no way.
Oh no! What?
Double click.
Okay.
Bozo.
Okay,
That's a lot of quarterbacks going this high with a bad quarterback class.
Yeah, this is actually kind of wild.
Carson
Beck to the
Giants. Carson Beck to the Giants. I hate you.
It's not Nussmeier.
It's better than Nussmeier, but
Shedeur can't. I think those are gonna be the top two picks, just like depending on the order.
Yeah.
There's no way Travis Hunter goes over. There's no way Travis Hunter's not a top 3 pick.
So
yeah,
there is a way. Nate Millen is a 6'5", 230 wide receiver. You're never gonna find anyone like him. The Patriots need every position, so go get a generational wide receiver.
So why don't you get Travis? Why don't you get Travis Hunter?
Because he will play. He won't play 2 positions in the NFL. He can't. He'll be dead.
Wrong.
And he'll be a defensive back in the NFL.
He's gonna put Trevor Lawrence. Okay, I like the Shedeur to the right. I don't like us trading back. What do you have us give up to get the 7th pick?
This is a 1st round pick. You guys get a 3rd round pick as well.
We get a 3rd round pick. We're not doing that. To go from 7 to 1, you got to give up a 1st round next year too. Matt, what are your thoughts on that? You think you got to give up more?
Yeah, you're probably gonna have to give up to get a shot at Shedeur. I still can't believe Shedeur is going 1. I think it's gotta be Cam Ward, but
yeah, Cam Ward's the 5th year.
And
I think every 5th year that's coming into the NFL the last few years has been the best quarterback. I mean, Jaden Daniels. Okay.
Wow, that was good.
I mean, Joe Burrow. I mean, like I feel like when there's like, and also he'll win the Heisman. He's definitely the closest quarterback to win the Heisman. The only reason I could see Shador going first is because I see Vegas getting Shador rather than Cam Ward. Because I mean, now that Brady has that ownership too.
I don't.
But
I think the thing is up top. I think Tennessee, Cam Ward is the perfect fit. That's their type of offense.
I could see Tennessee going to 1 to make sure they get Cam Ward and giving up like a second round next year to do that. That I could see. I don't see the Raiders trading up to the first overall pick though.
They did. I could see the Raiders trading up just because they missed out last year, and they had the 13th pick.
That's bad process.
They missed out on every single quarterback in that draft.
That's bad process though. That's like trading up because you missed last year to enforcing a pick.
Well, it's like you don't want to take that chance.
I mean, like crazy.
I mean, yeah, that's a good point. But at the same time, I think Shador Sanders and Cam Ward are better than Bo Nix. Or like coming out of college. I mean, Bo Nix is pretty good, but so Sean, why do you think the Panthers would trade down?
Because
I don't think the Panthers are going to.
The Panthers need more than just one position, and so they need to start stockpiling draft picks.
The only way they trade down is if they actually get something good. If they get like another first round pick, if they trade on that.
Well, they can get more. I also
think
that this is whatever the website.
I also think our head coach Dave Canales is a good coach, and he doesn't want to get fired like every other Panther coach. So I think he is going to choose his quarterback of the future. And I wouldn't be surprised. Like if he likes Milroe, he'll go down. But I think that Shador Sanders and Cam Ward are better. Imagine Shador Sanders with a good offensive line.
I'm not saying they're not better. I'm saying the Panthers have 99 issues out of 100.
Okay, fair. Okay, whatever. Brown's getting Luther Burden. I don't hate that. Carson Beck going to the Giants. I think that's a great pick.
Okay, I have a okay, well, never mind. I couldn't see
wait.
Your 10th pick. I was gonna say I have a problem with your like top like 8. The fact there's not a tackle in that top 8 blows my mind. I also think the Patriots are a huge trade down target.
These teams need a lot more than just
an offensive tackle is the probably second or third most position on offense, like important position on offense.
I feel like the Patriots are more likely to get a tackle than McMillan.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Well,
I think
so. They need a tackle, but at the same time, there's no wide receiver in this class that I would want outside McMillan that I think is like a generational talent.
But I feel like wide receiver is something that you can get more often in free agency rather than the draft. Because I feel like the draft, like
are not going to garner a high wide receiver for years.
I bet you can find a lot of receivers that would want to come play for Drake May. Like that.
Yeah, but then you look around the locker room and you have, excuse my language, dog shit. You know, like.
I thought you were going to say DeMario Douglas.
No, that's more like Jalen Polk. All right.
No, they've had serviceable receiver play. Like I'm not going to say it's not been good. It has been serviceable. What their biggest problem has been the entire season has been offensive line. And Drake May having 0 seconds to throw, and Jacoby Brissett having 0 seconds to throw on every snap. So they need offensive line first before they can expand out. Look at what the Lions did. Why are the Lions so good right now? Because they are the best team in the trenches in the NFL, and that's how they built their team. And they have that strategy.
Because they have the 2 top 10 running backs in the league.
No, it's because their offensive line is the number one in the league, and it's not close.
Yeah, it's by far.
They could run for 5 yards to carry behind that offensive line.
No, you can't, bro. You weigh $120.
I might die doing it. I would have enough room to run that I could slide after 4 yards every carry and not get touched.
Anyway, I think the Patriots are a candidate to trade back, like you said.
Yes.
Chuck, can you zoom out a little bit?
Oh, you just told me to zoom in earlier. Now we're zooming out.
All right, there we go. Okay. Will Campbell,
where are we at?
Yeah, Will Campbell going on to 18 is also crazy.
Yeah, Will Campbell.
Malachi Starks.
I think there's a lot of defensive talent in this.
I agree, but offensive tackle is rated as one of them is the most important position in the NFL that right now.
No, I get that. I get that.
I could really see the Malachi Starks pick going to the Colts.
They need and every single defensive position outside of maybe like edge rusher.
DeForest Buckner. They don't need tackle.
He might get traded, low key.
I will say one thing too. I don't think what's it called? The Cowboys. I feel like they always make flashy picks. I could see them like trying to get Ashton Jeanty,
Yeah,
even
No,
like
they
super
they
early.
definitely need a running back, but their defensive
Mhm.
line, it literally the guy they drafted is 152 out of 150. He's literally last place.
yep. Mossy Smith.
Yeah, like you have to
But
fix it now.
that's just not Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
He'll handle that in the second round, and he'll get. I think I could see them getting Gianti as well because their running game has
Yeah.
been so bad this year, and their offensive line is good enough where you can bring in a running back to solve that. I will say one of your picks I really like. I love Will Johnson of the Rams. I think that's a fantastic pick. I agree with it, and I think that's probably
Dude,
what they're
I mean
doing.
I wanted him honestly. I would have him top 6, but he's coming off of an ACL tear
He's
to
coming off an
start like
ACL,
next
and
year.
also none of these. I guess the Jags could use him.
Yeah, but
But they're
yeah,
gonna if they get Travis Hunter, then it's like
Travis Hunter is playing wide receiver with the NFL. I don't know why they have him at CB. He's playing wide receiver.
I don't
you
know
think
what
so?
I don't know what they do
Really?
with him, to be honest.
I think he's gonna go cornerback.
He's a better receiver.
That
Than corner. He's a better receiver.
Wait, either way, the Jags are gonna get rid of Christian Kirk.
Yeah,
So he can play whatever position he wants on that team.
yeah.
yeah, that's true. And
If
he's good
he's still
enough.
available
See,
at
it's
five.
crazy that we're even having this debate on like which one he's gonna play because he's
Yeah.
that good at both.
Yeah.
Quinn Ewers to the Browns. Dude, I cannot see Quinn Ewers in a Browns uniform.
No,
That's all
I
I'm
don't
gonna say.
I don't see a
do you-
okay, I'll preface he probably didn't need to trade up to 19 because there's no
yeah,
quarter he probably could have went honestly probably second round to be honest. But I do think the Browns need a quarterback.
I
But
don't know. The four
still-
teams that you have
I
picking
don't
quarter.
think
wait. Why
I
do
don't-
they have Isaiah Bond being an Alabama receiver? Have they not updated that yet?
Oh shoot, I didn't even realize
That's
that. Dang, the
Honestly, I
disrespect.
don't even know what out of all these other teams, like what other team like is like in need of a quarterback besides the
Not
ones
a
that you have
lot.
picking.
That's the thing. I
Maybe
think the
the
Browns
The
are
only
like
one I
the
can think of
last.
is like maybe the Jets next year.
Saints,
Like,
you could
that's the only
argue.
Saints, yeah.
Yeah, but
Colts,
I
you could
think you
argue after they
still.
just benched Anthony Richardson.
But I think, I don't think you can give up on him.
No, I agree. You can.
Yeah, but the
Yeah.
Saints, I think if Derek Carr is healthy the rest of the year, obviously this is the first one we did. But if he's healthy the rest of the year, they can hold off 1 year before getting a quarterback.
Mm.
But if he gets
Fair.
injured again, I think you probably need to draft or just pick up a free agency quarterback or something.
A quarterback for the Steelers could be interesting as well. Just to stash him for a couple of years.
Yeah, but not.
Is
I don't need
it,
him
you
for quarterback.
aren't Fields and Russell Wilson only on 1 year deals?
Yeah.
So I think a
Oh,
quarterback
yeah,
for the
you're
Steelers
right.
could be interesting.
They're
But-
definitely going to keep one of them too. If they keep Fields, they're not. But I think they're going to go. I mean, as of right now, it looks like Russ. Only other team. I like the Bills pick Denzel Burke. I think that's like them getting a cornerback. I think that's like a big need for them.
Yeah.
Broncos definitely need a wide receiver. It's crazy they have that like low of a or high of a pick.
I
Whatever.
need the Broncos to get a wide receiver on that team.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
and-
I'm a big. I don't know. Bo Nix is like playing better than we all thought he would. So he needs someone to throw to though.
and if they pick up a talented wide receiver, I think it will. I think it'll be decent. I don't know. The Broncos are like. I guess we'll talk about NFL, but are they a playoff team?
I mean,
But-
honestly, I don't think the AFC is that good this year. I
The
mean,
top
they're
is,
very
yeah.
top. They're very top heavy. Like the NFC
mean-
has like a bunch of like really like mid team. Like the Lions are up there, and then it's like every other team's like really close. I feel like, but it's the Chiefs, the Texans,
And I think the
the Bills,
the Broncos have a great position where they don't need to worry about the defense. Like maybe
Yeah.
pick up 1 or 2 guys in the 7 rounds, but I think you can stack wide receivers, maybe pick up a running back if you don't think Javonte Williams is a long-term thing. Maybe get a little
Yeah.
O-line help or a tight end. I don't know. Like I feel like they're one of the teams that they might not be great, but I feel like they have a lot of things they can do this draft.
They're definitely an under the radar team because I think it's also been kind of like overshadowed. I mean, like, Sean Payton was a great coach, and he's doing some good things right now for the Broncos. I think that in the next few years, he liked Bo Nix. I was kind of questionable at first, but like he makes Bo Nix look really good. He's like playing to his strengths, like you said, Sean. I do think wide receiver is their number one need right now, though. Cortland Sutton, and who's their number two? Marvin Mims number two?
No,
No, he only plays like special teams.
Yeah, they don't use him for some reason.
They did draft
Troy Franklin.
But even then, he's not like
Oregon.
He's not like guarding like 6
that's because he has the drops.
That's the issue. I think you got to go out and you got to go get like a dog in the first round.
Yeah.
Sean, who do you have the Chiefs getting? I didn't see that one. Ooh, Judkins.
I think they got a running back.
Is Judkins? Yeah, Ohio State. Yeah.
I feel like they
get the Iowa guy. Is the Iowa guy coming out?
I have no idea.
You don't have your UNC running back in the first round?
I think he's gonna get drafted like high up, but I don't know if like I think the Chiefs either get Judkins, Henderson, or Hampton.
Honestly, I could see the Chiefs with their stories if they're with their pick trying to get another wide receiver.
Yeah,
because I mean, who would they get? The wide receiver.
Yeah, there's no one though. Outside of like the top, this wide receiver class does drop off pretty quickly.
Their defense is insane.
Yeah.
The one thing that I could see them get is like more depth at like cornerback maybe because they just lost Snead. But their defense is
depth
insane.
At cornerback's never a bad thing. They've really good linebackers. Their defensive line's good. George Karlaftis has been low-key under the radar developed. Anyways, yeah. Now we're talking more NFL. So.
Oh yeah. All right, I think this is a good point to end the pod. Sean, overall good.
Yeah,
I think the top was a little questionable, but I think
the top's gonna be questionable. Like I don't. Right now, you can't like definitively be like, oh, this is gonna be who.
That's true. We also don't know what the order is gonna be. So
this is literally halfway through the year, not even.
So, I mean, I think it's like a good. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't change that much. But, anyways, that's a good point to end on. All right. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I know no one's listening right now, but if you are, you should comment like standing on sports or something. Anyways, keep standing on sports. Peace.